gift that we have been given. We cannot take that for granted, and I think we all need to work very hard, especially write a check to Rebecca tonight, because she does need the money. She does have a primary on February 19th, a week from tomorrow. So I would like everyone here tonight to remember to vote a week from tomorrow. And also, because these off-season elections are often forgotten, and I think what really works very well from past experience is all of us to do our own little personal campaigning. Email everyone on your email list. Call everyone you know, just to remind them to get out to vote and how important it really is, because she does have this primary, and we want her to come out #1 in that primary. So thank you all for being here. Please write her a check. If you've already written one, maybe you can write one again. But Rebecca is a great person to be on the bench. I've gotten to know her, and we really need her. And it's great to have a woman represent the state of Wisconsin and Milwaukee County as well.
No, I'm not going to stab the ottoman with my.
She's afraid to take her shoes off.
I first met Dave and Edith years ago at a Halloween party, and then the next time I saw them, I didn't recognize them because they had these great costumes. And so I reintroduced myself to them, and they said, "No, we met." And anyway, it was. We've been great friends for a number of years. I really appreciate you doing this for me, and Laurie as well. Thank you very much.
And you were dressed as a cop.
No, it was a spy. I was a spy. Not a great costume, but thank you all for being here. I really appreciate all of your support and your friendship in this campaign. It is really an important election. We've got a Supreme Court election that a lot of people are focused on, but this local circuit court race is vitally important too. I know many of you have heard me speak before, but not all of you have, and I want you to know that I'm serving right now in children's court. I'm hearing cases involving juvenile delinquency and children in need of protection or services within Milwaukee County. The work that we do in children's court is vitally important because it is the first entry into the court system for kids who have committed crimes. And the goal in children's court is to get these kids the corrective and rehabilitative services they need to prevent them from entering the adult court system. And whether you live or work in Milwaukee County or outside of Milwaukee County, what happens in this county affects all of the surrounding communities as well. And so that's why this race is really important. I decided to make myself available to the governor for the appointment that I received for a couple of reasons. The first is that I grew up in the city of Milwaukee in a house my mom still lives in on the northwest side of Milwaukee. And I have been here most of my life, other than when I left to go to Madison for law school. I care very much about the community, and I decided to make myself available for the appointment because I truly want to serve the community that has given so much to me. But the second reason I sought the appointment is because of my judicial philosophy. It's also vitally important to have judges on the bench who believe in and adhere to the rule of law and will apply the law as it's written. I don't like every law that I have to apply. I don't think the public likes every law that's on the books, but it's not my job to change the law with the outcomes that I can render in court. And I am very committed to applying the law as fairly and impartially as I can based on a fair and just reading of the statute or the applicable law. So those were my motivating factors. I came most recently from White Hirschbeck. Some of my former partners are here today. Thank you guys for coming. I practiced law for almost 17 years, most recently at White Hirschbeck. I was a business litigator primarily, but I also worked in business. I went to work for a client for a few years and got great experience in the business world. And so I bring a diversity to the bench of experience, which I think is very important. I have substantial civil experience. But on top of that, I also served for several years as an American Arbitration Association arbitrator. So I came to the bench with quasi-judicial experience, hearing cases as a neutral, and I was trained to think like a neutral several years ago. Neither of my opponents have that experience. And They're touting their experience as DAs, and they've handled many cases. I've handled many cases too, but while I've been in children's court, I've also presided over hundreds of cases already in the couple of months that I've been on the bench. In fact, I was a little late in coming here today because I was presiding over a court trial, so thank you all for being patient and waiting for me to get here. That's a little bit about me. I'm happy to answer any questions anyone has about either the work I'm doing in children's court or my race. We do have the primary coming up really quickly, a week from tomorrow. I've had radio ads going for over a week already. I've had a substantial number of mailings go out, and so that's why I really appreciate all of your support. I can't do what I'm doing without your support because there isn't a lot of attention paid to these races, and we've got to get the word out. So whatever you can do with your friends and your relatives who live in Milwaukee County to get them to the polls on Tuesday, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you again all for coming here, and Dan's got a question.
Other than your mother, who else has endorsed you?
Thank you. I've had, I think I'm at about 22 judges who have endorsed me. I have nearly 200 attorneys who have endorsed me. I've lost count of non-attorneys, community leaders, and elected officials who have endorsed me. And I will tell you, this is a nonpartisan race, and I am getting substantial bipartisan support because I think regardless of people's politics, they want judges who have the judicial philosophy that I have, which is the rule of law. And so I'm getting substantial bipartisan support.
In the association?
Thank you. I didn't take the trigger from you. I have gotten the support of most of the major law enforcement entities in the county, the Milwaukee Police Association, the Milwaukee Police Supervisors, the Milwaukee Professional Firefighters Association, and the Milwaukee Deputy Sheriff's Association. So I have substantial backing from the law enforcement community. Thank you. Any other questions? Well, enjoy the evening. Thanks again for coming, and I'll be around to talk.